Where are my future stingers at? As many students head back to the classroom, getting a jump start on college applications could be beneficial. As California's capital university, Sacramento State works to transform lives by preparing students for leadership, service, and success. Joining us this morning to get aspiring college students ready is Sacramento State Associate Director of Admissions, Veronica Delgado, along with admissions counselor, Stephanie Reyes-Alcala. Welcome to the both of you.
Hi, thank you so much for having us today.
I know you guys are representing in the green
yes,
too, so
yes,
you got to.
I know. Singers up always.
Yeah, so I wanted to mention, college, it's happening. How can students prepare to apply for college?
Yeah, it's almost right around the corner for any senior. So
So definitely the earlier the better. It's a process, and a lot of students don't understand that. They come into our office and think, well, I'm ready for college, but sometimes it takes 6 months, even up to a year to get the process started. So the sooner the better. You can reach out to admissions and go from there. We're readily available. Give us a call.
Yeah, like you said, the easier or the more you prep in advance, the easier the process can be. So what would you say, how do students have to plan? Why do they have to plan so early to apply for college?
Like I said, that process. A lot of students, they believe that coming in as a transfer student, you can come in at any time, when in reality, it's only in the spring and in the fall, but a first-time freshman can only come in the fall. So making sure that you're getting your application on time, making sure you're reaching out to a counselor and asking the right questions. It's so important. Throughout that period of 6 months to a year, there's deadlines to meet. There's your intent to enroll, there's what's next presentations from an admissions counselor, and then last but not least, mandatory orientation. So, if you don't meet those deadlines, it can cost you your admissions, but we're here to help. So making sure you're following that process on time.
Yes, exactly, on time. And how would you say students can best learn about the early application process?
With our admissions counselor.
It's all about, preparing early, right? And meeting with the counselor. That's always a step that's just missed, but it's so important, whether it's your high school counselor, community college, or coming to admissions at Sac State. We'll sit down like how we are and just have a conversation and ask you the questions you didn't know you needed to know. And that's it. It's a new process for parents, for students, and we're here to support that. So, just chatting with an admissions counselor is a great first step.
You can do that by coming into the Welcome Center Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's someone there waiting for you to come into our office and say hi, just to get that conversation going.
I think you're so right. I remember when I was in high school and I talked to my high school counselor so much. They helped guide me, and I was a transfer student too. So just being in contact with the counselors, it helps. It's a lot of information to take in. So somebody who does this every year can help guide you.
And that's their goal. They want to see you go on to the next spot. So absolutely.
They help simplify the process, which is what you want. So how can Sac State help them prepare?
So we do it in a lot of different ways. Like right now, as we're going into that fall application cycle for seniors and transfer students, we're going to start a whole host of events. So like Stephanie will be out on the road connecting with high school students, doing the presentations, but we'll also have a lot of events. Our big event is Future Hornet Day on October 7th. That's where we just open up the campus. We do campus tours. We do, we have our colleges out there, and students can learn about the admission process and kind of what it's like to live as a Sac State student for a day. So it's a lot of fun.
Different departments coming out. So if you're interested in any information, that's where it's at. So.
And you mentioned the event happening on October 7th. Like that helps ease some nerves too.
It's during the application process, but it's like right at the beginning, so you can get the ball rolling too. So
best to be on top of it. And what are some of the reasons students apply to Sac State specifically?
Oh my God, so many, right? Well, right now, actually, like hot off the press is Sac State was just named number 5th in the country for teaching credentials. So we're a hot spot for teaching, for nursing, for business, which are all majors of the future and future industries. So that, but then also our diversity is a huge reason. Like, we're super inclusive. Students from any walk can walk on campus and see themselves in professors and staff and other Hornets on campus. Like, so people feel like they belong there.
And they see that representation.
Absolutely.
Over 300 clubs and organizations to choose from, and if you can't find your own, you can bring 5 other friends and create one.
There you go.
So our departments, full of advisors, staff, faculty that are readily available to help students with their educational, dreams and goals.
So how can a student experience Sac State?
You know what? I always think the best one is just coming onto campus for a campus tour. That's when students fall in love, right? Because they're like, they don't, you know, it's just a new experience, but it's something about walking through our campus that is a gorgeous park. I mean, we have over, what, 3,000 trees on the, I mean, we just have gorgeous redwoods, and it's a park-like setting, and we have, you know, brand new science complex. We have a union that's just dedicated to students studying and fun and enjoyment. So coming onto campus, you know, you could really picture yourself coming to our events like Future Hornet Day or coming to a football game. You could really see yourself there, and it's just, it's an exciting atmosphere, especially now that campus is totally full back to life. We're, you know, we're back in person. Events are on. Like, it's happening now.
Well, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. I did want to ask real quick, when are the application periods for spring and fall for 2023?
So as mentioned previously, right, spring we take transfers only. So we actually have about 2 more days left in our application period. That is ending September 15th. However, you know, if you didn't catch this application period for the fall of 2023, that starts October 1st and ends December 15th. So like I said, it's a process. The sooner you get into our office, give us a call and reach out, the sooner we're able to assist you. But we have feet on ground. We're outreaching. We have a great team right now of counselors that are in person and working with our great high schools and community colleges. So we're out there, and if you don't see us, give us a call at admissions, and we'll be ready to come out and meet and greet you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. And like I said, to become a Hornet, you can start the application process at csus.edu/apply.